We have a crime alert out of Ashland where a man is behind bars on charges of drug distribution. Police say along with state and federal agencies, the home in the 100 block of Amber Oak Lane was raided Thursday. Investigators say they uncovered fentanyl, methamphetamines, and a gun. They later arrested 34-year-old Brandon Van Zant, who is now facing possession with intent to distribute charges. Turning now to the latest on the coronavirus here in the Commonwealth, the Richmond Justice Center is conducting mass testing starting today. The Richmond Sheriff's Office says they're reinforcing CDC guidelines to reduce the spread of the virus and will be offering testing. This comes as a group of protesters gathered outside the jail over the weekend, demanding better treatment for those behind bars. Deputies say inmates who tested positive for COVID-19 are in the same housing areas and are having their vitals checked at least 4 times a day. Those who may have been exposed have been quarantined. We did ask officials several times for an exact number of positive cases or what caused the spike, but they have not yet responded to our request. And now the Virginia Department of Health is reporting nearly 850 new cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours here in Virginia, bringing the total number of positive cases in the state to 120,594. 2,580 people have died of the virus here in Virginia since the pandemic began in March. Right now, 1,082 people are currently hospitalized with coronavirus. More than 15,000 patients have been treated for the virus and released. State lawmakers will be meeting today as their special session continues. The House Appropriations Committee will be tackling several bills regarding law enforcement. One piece of legislation would make it a felony for officers to use neck restraints. Another would require an officer who witnesses another officer using unlawful force to intervene. We'll keep an eye on these bills for you and let you know what happens. In Chesterfield County, the grace period for penalties and interest on late property tax payments ends today. That program was approved in May by the Board of Supervisors, then extended in July to August 31st. If you do have an outstanding property tax payment, the county says you should pay it online if you can. Meantime, in the city of Richmond, the parking ticket amnesty program ends at 5 o'clock this afternoon. That means city crews will begin booting vehicles for tickets that are past due. That program started March 16th and does not include DMV fees. Henrico's final student town hall will take place today. County leaders say they want to hear ideas from students on how best to stay connected when learning is primarily now online. That includes ways to stay motivated and combat isolation and depression. For details on how to take part in this session, head to the Henrico County School Board's website. The town hall starts at 6 o'clock this evening. Also happening tonight, Richmond Public Schools is holding a virtual school board meeting. It will be live streamed on the RPS Facebook page starting at 6 o'clock. Richmond Public Schools is beginning its fall meal distribution program. RPS will be delivering meals to over 1,000 stops every day. There'll be 2 delivery runs, the first between 7 and 9 a.m., the second round between 11:45 and 1:45. Now, an important note for parents, starting next Tuesday, you will need to provide your student's assigned PIN number in order to receive meals. A St. Louis police officer has died after being shot in the line of duty. Investigators say he was ambushed over the weekend. Ahead on the CBS 6 News, what that officer was doing at the time and how the suspect was finally caught. Plus, the federal government could put a potential coronavirus vaccine on the fast track, the one step they could skip and what will be the determining factor. And later, the show will go on for this year's NAS Oceana Air Show. The big change the master jet base just made for this year's show and how you'll be able to see the show. Developing now, the St. Louis Police Force is mourning one of its officers who died after being shot in the line of duty. Investigators say Officer Tamaris Bohannon was shot in the head while he was searching for a shooting victim Saturday night. According to police, the suspect then forced a family out of a nearby home at gunpoint and barricaded himself inside. He was arrested after a 12-hour standoff. The St. Louis police chief says 8 of his officers have been shot in the line of duty since the 1st of June. The head of the Food and Drug Administration says he is willing to fast-track a vaccine for COVID-19. Commissioner Stephen Hahn told the Financial Times that he's prepared to bypass the full federal approval process in order to make the vaccine available as soon as possible. According to Hahn, an emergency authorization could come before phase 3 clinical trials if the benefits outweigh the risks. He added the move was not influenced by any pressure from the Trump administration. Mixed results on Wall Street so far on this final trading day of the month. August saw big gains, and the S&P 500 and Dow had their best August performances since the mid-1980s. Here's a look at the midday numbers. The Dow is down 214.25 at 28,439. The Nasdaq has picked up 73.5 at 11,769. The S&P 500 off 2 points. We'll have the day's closing numbers for you later on the CBS 6 News at 5:30. Celebrating seniors who didn't get a normal graduation this spring. We'll tell you about this recent graduate and what motivated him to get his diploma. Francis?
We're keeping a close eye on their satellite and radar this afternoon as we are tracking some rain showers. All those details coming up.
Some people impacted by Hurricane Laura are now dealing with a new issue, the potential impact of COVID-19 as they struggle to get back on their feet. Laura was the strongest hurricane to hit Louisiana since the mid-1800s. Winds around 150 miles an hour destroyed homes in an area that was already being heavily affected by the virus. Acting Homeland Security Secretary Chad Wolf says FEMA was prepared for this combination of natural disasters and is doing everything it can to minimize contact between evacuees. Regarding the pandemic, the Louisiana governor recently signed an order extending phase 2 and the statewide mask mandate. Well, the cloudy skies here in Central Virginia lead to rain later. Meteorologist Frances Payton is here with a closer look at this Monday forecast. Hi, Frances.
Hi, Cheryl. You know, at least this Monday, we do have rain showers in the forecast, but staying really cool. We do have some low-lying clouds. We really won't heat up too much. And you have moments of some bright overcast, which is currently what we're dealing with in the Museum District. But rain showers are approaching the area. But right now, seeing a whole lot of cloud cover. Winds are starting to pick up. We actually have a lovely easterly breeze, and I can actually smell the Indian food from Lemon. So it smells amazing outside, making me even hungrier at this lunchtime hour. But sitting at 78 currently in the Richmond area. We're seeing other temperatures ranging from the upper 70s to low 80s for areas east of Interstate 95, but west staying cooler just due to those rain showers. However, our high temperatures stay because after those rain showers leave, we'll see those temperatures warm up, looking at most highs ranging from the upper 70s to the low 80s, but we'll maintain the cloud cover tonight, so we won't cool down too much, staying around the 70s within the overnight hours. Here's a current view of your satellite and radar as you notice some heavier pockets of rain showers.